Tailor Project. It was an incredible initiative from 1948. Business people in Canada recognized that there were in Europe after the Second World War millions of people, Holocaust survivors and others who were in DP camps. And so industry leaders from the garment business in Canada convinced the Canadian government to bring 2,500 people from those camps to Canada. They were brought here and they were given employment.
So my dad saw his mother and two sisters being loaded on a Nazi truck, taken away. And he turned around and he just ran. He was picked up by the Russian army. And his job, strangely enough, was to sew buttons on the uniforms of the Russian soldiers. And then one day, this group of people came into the camp and they said to my dad, "We are here from Canada, we need tailors." And we ended up in Toronto.
Somebody comes into that place and says, "Hey, if you're a tailor, we can bring you to Canada." Can you imagine hearing those words? Canada, getting out of here. I can make a life for myself. This isn't the end of the road. These are people who had no hope. They'd lost everything. The only thing they didn't lose was their lives, but their spirits and their families were gone. They had seen terrible things. And the Tailor Project gave them hope.
We had many focus groups with refugees from all around the world, and we asked, what is it that you need? They said, having a community. When you're a refugee, you lose your family, you lose your career, you lose your network and circle, but that doesn't matter. You also sometimes you lose your identity.
When they came, there were many, many, many hundreds, I don't even know, thousands of other refugees too. And they formed communities, they formed circles, and they depended on each other. Your community is where you have to turn to. And I don't think it's so different today.
We are now witnessing the highest levels of displacement on record. An unprecedented 68.5 million people around the world have been forced from their homes. The lessons of 1948 can be applied to the employment needs of refugees today.
After we brought this Tailor Project into life in Canada again, we just were thinking, well, how do we continue this work today? You know, like, what's the mechanism to look after the needs of refugees today? Belonging and community is what they need.
My journey to Canada was not an easy one, filled with uncertainty, fear, longing for a place to call home. When I first arrived in Canada, I faced numerous challenges, from language barrier to finding suitable employment and housing. It was a daunting task navigating through the complex system of the new country. I was lost, scared, and unsure to move forward. That's when I came across Impakt Foundation and a beacon of hope and support for newcomers. The foundation provided me with vital resources and assistance to finding shelter, connecting with local support services, and helping me navigate the various challenges I faced as a newcomer. Through their program, I was able to access job training and even emotional support to help me overcome the trauma I had experienced in my homeland. But they have also restored my faith in humanity and my hope for a brighter future. Today, I stand here as proud resident of Canada.